What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Patriot Specialized. Today's episode, as promised, we are going to cover the new truck. So I told you on the last episode that I'd take the time to cover the new truck, and I got some time today. Don't have clearance across the border yet into Canada, so I figured I'd take a minute here while I have a absolutely fantastic backdrop. I would take a minute here and we'll talk about the truck, and I'll show it to you and we'll walk right through it. So.
Right across these plains and prairies, Rocky Mountain highs, fade off into the distance like ghost riders in the sky. Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all. Hell, it's our way of life. We're the last of the cowboys.
What we got is a 2021 Peterbilt 389. Same model as Ghost. Same chassis, well, same body as Ghost, but a little bit different on the features. This is a absolutely true heavy haul truck. This thing comes with the front end. The steer axle is a 20,000 pound steer axle sitting on top of 425 tires, 4 1/4 tires. These are some massive tires. That axle will handle up to 20,000 pounds. I'm allowed to permit up to 20,000 pounds on the axle. So that is a huge benefit, especially when, like this load here, I have 17,000 pounds on my steer axles, which is moving back from the steer. This is a standard cab, standard 389 cab. Nothing special about it, nothing fantastic about the cab. It's the same as most. We're running 110 gallons of fuel on this side and 100 gallons on the other side, and we have a 24-gallon def tank on the other side, so we can run about 200 gallons of fuel, 190 to 200 gallons of fuel. This thing burns through it though, so we're averaging about 4.2 miles to the gallon pulling the loads I've been pulling, so that's a little interesting. Gonna take a little getting used to, got to fill up a little more often. But moving on back, we have a full body headache rack with our light bar up on top. You got to have that when you're pulling oversized. Some states don't require it. We have a 20,000 pound pusher. This is also steerable lift axle, so people call it a pusher axle. This is a 20,000 pound, also has 425 tires on it, 4 1/4 tires on it. So it is a 20,000 pound axle, pusher, steerable, and it is adjustable. The pressure is adjustable on the outside of the cab on the other part of the truck, which I'll show you here in a second. The drive tires on this thing is standard drive tire, just like a 24.5. We're running a 24.5 tire on it, and with holding on to a 46,000 pound drive axle, so we can put some serious weight back there. The frame is double framed, so there's 2 frames underneath there. Give it a little bit extra strength because it's a heavy haul truck. It also has the double locking fifth wheel, so there's actually 2 levers you have to pull. One is your release, the other one is just a bar that comes through the back. It's a safety catch in case one fails when you're pulling the kind of weight that this thing can pull. I don't think we're going to get, with this setup, I don't think we're going to get into a position where we require to use that safety pin, but we have to use it because it's there, so we're using it as we speak. Other than that, she's standard pearl white color, and we have some orange and silver stripes on it. The orange and silver, this is kind of a retro kind of stripe. That's what everybody's been referring. It kind of looks like a retro, and I kind of agree. It's got a retro kind of look on it, and I like it. I like the color scheme here. The fenders on our axles are paint to match fenders. They're actually decals that are on there, and we're going to talk about the fender here in a minute that came off, and I'm going to show you the rest of it. So here we go. fenders have two brackets, one here, one back there. The bolt on this bracket on this side failed. I don't know if it loosened up and came out. I'm guessing it loosened up because of what they've done with the rest of this thing. But it loosened up, came out. What happened was that fender, when that bolt came out, the whole fender fell down. This is what we had left. This is the bracket. This bolt right here came out. This portion of the fender fell down and was just riding on top of this tire. And as you saw in the picture, we got it. It got so hot that it melted off the decal. And then the other side, because it was kind of tweaked down a little bit, also happened before we got the truck. That got close enough to the tire that it also got hot and started to melt that side. So we went ahead and took these two off. We're gonna get the correct bolts and everything. They're gonna have decals made to get the decal replaced, and then we're gonna go ahead and put them back on the right way. Now, the pusher axle also had some trouble. These bolts back here, you can see them right here, and then there's two up there. Whoever put them back in, they had these bolts spun around the other way, so they could only put one in this side, because if you put this the other way, it would be right up against this tire hitting it. And they had two in that side, but they were barely tight, and they were tiny little bolts, so they're not the correct size. So we went ahead and fixed that Friday at the shop. Both sides, we got that all fixed up, so it's all correct now. Oh, that's what we got on the outside. I'll go ahead and show you some of the inside. Here's our bunk. This is standard, I believe it's 78-inch bunk. Might be an 82, I don't remember. Pretty standard. Extra long single bed, double bed, I think. Have a fridge built in. Also came with a microwave, for those of us who don't have one. That bracket back there is a TV stand. I'll probably never use that thing, but you know, it is what it is. This is what we got going on up front. Continuing with that retro theme, we have the wooden handle steering wheel, chrome insert in the center. Dashboard does not have the electronic dash. It's got the old school, it's not a digital dash, it's got the old school gauges. Like that about it. Everything is chromed out. This guy spent a lot of time and money putting chrome in this thing. And of course, no truck with a retro paint job would be complete without having some fuzzy dice. Fuzzy dice color match. Color match to the orange on the truck. I just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Byron Sackett, his wife. His wife, more than Byron, she absolutely insisted that we had some fuzzy dice to go with the retro stickers, or the retro decals on this thing. So pretty cool. That's our baby. She's under the hood.